Hello, welcome to the Georgia Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us this evening. Got a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If your question is for a specific representative, just make sure to name their school in your question so they know it's for them. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, so just sit back, relax, and absorb all this great information over the next 45 minutes or so. This is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this one. This presentation is being recorded and will be available again within about a week at the same website where you registered for this session. We're in session B2 on the screen that I am sharing. I'm moving my cursor around over this session block. So those are the 6 institutions that will be presenting and in the order of presentation. Gotten all the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so I will step out of the way and turn it over to our first presenter, a representative from Columbus State University.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get our presentation up here. Hope everybody's doing well. My name is Alex. I'm an admissions counselor here at Columbus State University. I'm also a Columbus State graduate. So if you have questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. I have another counselor with me today, Shira, who is monitoring. So if you have questions, please feel free to let us know. So really quickly, because we do only have 6 minutes, I want to take you through some quick facts of CSU. So we have 2 locations here in Columbus, Georgia, main campus and River Park campus, and I'll talk a little bit about which programs are at each one. We have around 8,300 enrolled students, 65 undergraduate programs, and we are less than $9,000 a semester, so very affordable, and we offer a lot of wonderful, wonderful programs. So with our 2 locations, we'll start with River Park. It houses the College of the Arts and our College of Education and Health Professions. So that's our school nursing program. It's been rated one of the top 10 programs in Georgia for nursing. Our education program right now also has an exciting contract with Muskogee County. Anybody that's graduating from our education program has a 2-year contract after graduation to teach at a Muskogee County school. And our College of the Arts is also fantastic. We have the River Center, do a lot of performances there as well. And they've come up with some really creative ways to keep practicing, especially right now with COVID. And then on main campus, we have our College of Letters and Science, as well as our Turner College of Business. Computer science is also a really big program for us there on our main campus, as well as our pre-med program. Student life, we have over 100 different clubs and organizations, including Greek. So if you're looking for a fraternity or sorority program to get involved in, Columbus State has a whole bunch of different things to get involved in. What I like about CSU as well is that if you don't find something that you're interested in, you can actually start your own organization as well. Really simple and easy to do. We are a Division II school, have a lot of sports you get involved in, including esports, which is pretty new and we're very excited about. We play in the Peach Belt Conference, and it is fantastic. Some of our favorite traditions include, of course, kickoff and homecoming. We have a big homecoming parade that takes us all through downtown Columbus, and we host a bunch of different activities throughout the entire week for students. And we were very happy that we were still able to do that, keeping social distancing this semester, but still have a lot of fun activities for students. Residence life, we have 2 separate locations for students to live in on campus, River Park and main campus, and you're not locked into either one depending on what your major is. So even if you're going to be studying something that's offered on main campus, but you really like the feel of River Park, you can definitely stay there and have a dorm there. River Park is more of an urban environment, more of a dorm type, more of an apartment type feeling instead of an actual traditional dorm room, which is what you would find on main campus. So application is on our website. You can also find it on Georgia Futures. It is $40 application fee, but we are offering fee waivers starting the 16th through the 27th of November. We also have discovery days, which if you register for and attend, you can find that information on our website, columbusstate.edu. You will also receive a fee waiver there, and you would get that sooner because we have that on November 14th. And we, of course, are not requiring SAT or ACT scores, just your high school transcript, which is right here, 2.5 core GPA. You still see the SAT requirements if you choose to take that, but the most important thing that we're going to be looking for is that 2.5 core GPA. So a little breakdown on cost for tuition. Again, we are under that $9,000. This is for a semester. So this is cost for tuition, fees, housing, and your meal plan. So if you're going to be living on campus, you do have to have a meal plan. If you're in the local service area, especially in Muskogee County, you would just be looking at tuition and fees. You don't have to have housing or a meal plan. That is totally optional at that point. And here's some opportunities to come visit us. We are slowly opening up to in-person tours. Right now, we are touring main campus. It is limited to 3 families at a time. You have to register and have your mask on while you tour our main campus. Mondays and Fridays, we have 2 tours, 10 and 2 p.m. And Tuesday through Thursdays, we have 10 a.m. tours. Again, as I mentioned, the Discovery Day earlier, if you register and attend one of our Discovery Days, the next one coming up on November 14th, you will receive a fee waiver so that you can go ahead and complete your application for free. You also get to meet with your majors and meet some of the representatives from those departments so that you can ask them any questions specific to that program that you're interested in studying here at Columbus State. And so, but Georgia by the number, or Columbus by the numbers, second largest city, 190,000 population. We're a good distance from Atlanta, about an hour-and-a-half drive. Auburn isn't too far either. If you like going to the beach, Panama City is also pretty close to Columbus. So a lot of different things happening around Columbus. And if you ever need to get away, everything's still pretty close. Of course, we invite everybody to stay connected with us. 2 biggest accounts that I recommend you follow is our admissions Instagram and our Twitter. We give a bunch of stuff away on our Instagram, and we're just going to start doing that on our Twitter page as well. We announce different scholarships, different events that are happening around Columbus State University so that you can get involved with the university. Last semester, we gave away 2 $500 scholarships on our admissions page, and it was really simple. All you had to do was take a picture of your acceptance letter, give us a little post of what you were looking forward to, what you were going to study with us, and we selected the best ones. And because these are not academic scholarships, it's just $500 that's going straight into your pocket. All right, and I appreciate it with 57 seconds to spare. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I will remind everyone, if you have questions for any of our presenters, use the Q&A button. Submit those at any time. If it's for a specific school, just make sure to name that school in your question so they know it's for them. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Florida A&M University. Les, we're seeing your screen, but not you.
My name is Les Ferrier. I'm Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Management here at Florida A&M University. Sorry about that little technical snafu, but real fortunate to be here with you tonight. We have about 10,000 rattlers at the capital city, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to let my video speak for me for the first 3 minutes, and I'm going to go straight to our admissions requirements. And if I have any time, I'll show you a couple of more neat things. But here we go. Thanks, Ross, for that heads up. I think you're going to really enjoy this video. Okay, great. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Going to go straight to our admissions requirements for the sake of time. And students, go ahead and get your applications in. They're starting to mount up. Last year, we got about 9,000 applications from across the country. We accepted about 30% of those. So what we're going to need, we're going to need a minimum of a 3.0 GPA weighted core. We need those 18 academic units. Unfortunately, the state university system in Florida does not allow us to go test optional. So we need your SAT or your ACT scores sent directly from the testing centers with those minimum subset scores. We need an essay of 500 words, 2 letters of recommendation, and to make things a little bit easier on you, we're self-reporting this year. So when you apply, you'll get a link to the STAR self-reporting. Just like the honor system, you enter your courses and your grades, and we can go ahead and admit you off that. Of course, we will need official transcripts along with dual enrollment transcripts to go along with that. And the only way to apply is through our website. We're not a part of any common application, famu.admissions.edu. We have a $35 application fee, students, which you can forego if you have a NACAC or an SAT or ACT fee waiver. All right. So let me show you when you hit campus where you're going to be living. We have FAMU Village here, which is a really fairly new, not brand new student residence hall, suite style living, your own private room. I know you guys like that. Close to all the amenities, cafeteria, sports complexes. But here's the good thing about our communities. We are a part of, we have a living learning community at FAMU, meaning if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, whatever you want to be, you're going to be living around people that want to be in that same career path. And the learning part comes in that you're going to be in the same classes with them for that first year. We're not segregating you from the other community, but that's going to be your built-in support network. That's going to be part of your community. And we think that it will make it much easier for you. This is where you'll probably be your second year, the brand new FAMU Towers, okay? Really state-of-the-art facilities with dining halls included. Really, really nice, okay? And I want to show you just some students having fun here. Even though we've got fried chicken Wednesdays like a lot of the HBCUs do, don't worry, because when you get tired of Ma's home cooking, we've got Chick-fil-A and Starbucks, Wingstop, and Tropical Smoothie Cafe for you. Just like many of our other students, you can take part in volunteer and internship opportunities, intramural sports. We do have NCAA Division I sports. We have on-campus facilities, beautiful on-campus facilities. But this is going to be your community for the next 9 months. So we really, really want you to be comfortable. So thank you very much. My 6 minutes is up. On to the next.
Thank you very much. And I will use this time to remind everyone, use the Q&A button for questions for any of our presenters. Up next, the representative from Florida Southern College.
Awesome. So let me get my screen shared real quick. Cool. Well, thank you for having me tonight. My name is Leanne. I'm actually filling in for Gabby this evening, who works with Georgia students. But to get things started, and I'll have her contact info at the end of the presentation. To get started with some basic info, Florida Southern is located right between Tampa and Orlando in Lakeland, Florida. We were founded in 1883. That makes us one of the oldest private colleges in the state of Florida, and we are home to about 3,000 total students, 60% of which are from the state of Florida and 40% are from out of state. Here at Florida Southern, we have 70 different programs of study as well as 16 pre-professional tracks. Our most popular majors are biology and marine biology, nursing, business, music, theater, and exercise science. We are a liberal arts college at our core, so you're going to get a well-rounded degree no matter what you major in, and about 40% of our students double major or combine their major with a minor. Regardless of your major, we place a heavy emphasis on engaged and experiential learning, which basically means that you're going to be an active participant in your classroom. We really believe in the power of learning by doing and immersing our students in their field as soon as possible. We're able to offer this engaged learning experience in part because of our small class sizes. The average class size is 18 students, and the student-to-faculty ratio is about 14:1. All the classes are taught by the professors themselves. We never have graduate assistants leading courses, and this just ensures that you're learning from the experts in your field. As an extension of our engaged learning experience, we offer students 3 guarantees: study abroad, professional internship, and graduation in 4 years or less. The first guarantee I'm going to highlight is study abroad. We guarantee this through our Junior Journey program, which is a 7 to 10 day trip over school breaks in either your junior or senior year. You're going with a professor, so there's an academic component to the trip, and you get course credit for that trip. There are domestic and international trip options, and you can go on the trip that isn't affiliated with your major, since they don't take any time away from classes. You can go on the one that you're most interested in. The next guarantee, we guarantee internships to all of our students regardless of major. This is super important because 95% of employers are looking for new hires with experience, so we want to make sure that you are graduating not only with a top degree, but as a competitive candidate in the job market. And then finally, the last guarantee is to graduate on time. We're able to offer this guarantee through our SIZE. Students are paired with an academic advisor in their field of study as soon as they are on campus, and they're guaranteed to meet with that advisor several times per year to make sure they're staying on track. We're also a very transfer credit friendly campus, so you may be coming to FSC with some college credits already under your belt coming out of high school. While academics are definitely an important part of your college experience, we also want to talk about student life because we very much pride ourselves on being a campus community. We do require living on campus all 4 years, but that also means that you're guaranteed to have on-campus housing all 4 years. Our 16 housing options include on-campus dorms as well as apartment complexes near campus that are set aside for our upperclassmen. Aside from housing, we also have a lot of really great school spirit generated by our NCAA Division II athletic teams and lots of opportunities to participate in sports at the club or intramural level as well. Speaking of clubs, we have about 100 different student clubs and organizations ranging everywhere from Greek life and campus ministries to special interest groups and organizations like our CAT Club. Basically, there are tons of ways to get involved, connect, and show your school spirit. So now that I've shared all about Florida Southern, let's talk about how to become an official FSC moccasin. So first and foremost, it's 100% free to apply regardless of how you do so. Our application is available on our website, the Common App, and the Coalition app. In addition to the application, we're also going to need a high school transcript and a personal statement. To just alleviate a lot of the stress that students and teachers are going through this year, we have decided to make the letter of recommendation optional. So if you have one, you are definitely welcome to submit it, but it is no longer mandatory. This year, we've adopted a test optional policy, so students can either submit ACT or SAT scores, or you can apply test optional. You can send in all of these materials one at a time as they become available. You don't need to worry about sending everything in all at once. And once we get all of your documents, we're on rolling admission, so we'll get a decision back to you within 3 to 6 weeks. Obviously, the cost of college is a big part of the decision-making factor. So every application that comes in is automatically considered for an academic-based scholarship. We do encourage students to file the FAFSA at least for the first year so that you can be considered for federal, state, and additional institutional aid. Some departments on campus offer specific scholarships based on like an audition, a portfolio review, athletic recruitment, etc. And we also accept any outside scholarship or grants that you've received. So you can definitely solicit financial aid info from a variety of sources. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about Florida Southern, we have tons of visit options, both in person and virtual. All that info can be found on our visit page. The URL is at the bottom of the screen right there. We're open Monday through Friday for in-person tours, but we do require advanced registration because we do have a capacity. And we also offer an online info session a couple times a week, and our faculty members are also leading webinars that are very specific to their discipline if you'd like a deep dive and more info. And then finally, as I promised, there is all of Gabby's contact info. If you are interested in learning more about Florida Southern, feel free to reach out. I'm also plugging our social media channels right there. We would love to share more info with you about Florida Southern. So thank you all for your time this evening.
Thank you very much. And again, my reminder to everyone that if you have questions for any of our representatives, make sure to use the Q&A button to ask your questions at any time. Up next, we will hear from the representative from Folsom University.
Thank you, Russ. So what's up, everybody? I'm happy to be here with you tonight for the Georgia Pro Fair. My name is Emily Miller. I'm here with Folsom University, and I'm excited to tell you about what our school has to offer. So I'm going to start off by showing you a quick video of just an introduction of who we are, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about what we do. So right as that video was ending, you saw it said, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. That is our motto at Full Sail, and apparently my dog's very excited about that also. She's squealing in the background, sorry about that. But that is our motto at Full Sail. We believe that if you have something that you really are passionate about that you want to pursue, we're gonna do everything that we can to help you achieve that. So you can see on the screen coming up, these are the programs that we offer. Each of these relates to entertainment, media, art, or technology in some way. So if you have questions about any of these programs, let me know. Right now, we offer just about 30 bachelor's degrees in those areas. I do want to tell you a little bit about what sets our education model apart, because it is a bit different than what you may be used to. The first thing is that our programs are accelerated. So instead of taking 4 years for a bachelor's degree, it only takes 2. If you're an on-campus student, it takes about 20 months, online about 29 months, but either way, sitting right around the 2-year mark. We also have a rolling admissions, so you can apply all throughout the year, but also you can start all throughout the year. So we have a new class of students that starts every single month, 12 months out of the year. Also, the next thing you're seeing on here is real world projects. We have hands-on learning at Full Sail, where for all of our degree programs, you're in some lecture courses, but mostly lab style hands-on learning environments where you're going to get to practice your future job. And last thing here is that each of our students receives an industry gear package called Project Launchbox. And this includes all of the hardware, software, and technology that you might need in order to be successful as a student. So you're going to receive a MacBook Pro for many of our programs. If you're a gaming student, right now you're receiving an MSI GE Raider laptop that has a bit more hardware space for running gaming packages. Next up, a little bit about our student life. Whenever our campus is open, we have a lot of events and clubs happening on campus. You can see some clubs listed here. But one that I want to highlight is our Armada esports team. If you are a gamer, this could be for you. We have our Armada team that participates in collegiate and international esports tournaments all throughout the year, and they do this right now virtually, but otherwise they do it at our Fortress, which is the largest collegiate esports arena on a campus in the United States. So we're excited about that. If you're a gamer and you're good, you can always try out to participate in the Armada as a student and possibly receive a scholarship to participate in that. Next up, career development. I always like to say that at Full Sail, we don't only want you to know how to do your future job, but also how to get your future job. So we have a really intense focus on career development to get you there. So each of our students participates in 7 career modules throughout their time at Full Sail. And they also have access to our our career advisors from the time that they start. We have open office hours each week that lets our students go in and talk about their careers and get support. And then as they get toward graduation, they're going to be practicing things with our career department, such as mock interviews, resume writing, networking, to get them more prepared. And our graduates have gone out to do some really cool things. You can see some, just a few companies on the screen that they've gone to work for. Definitely recommend you going to our YouTube and checking out our Graduate Stories channel to learn more about what some of our grads have gone on to do. And once you graduate, it doesn't end there. You always have access to our career development department. You can get in touch with them. They'll help you with your career search. And also you can come back and retake classes doing something called course auditing. You can come back and retake these courses in your degree program for free for the rest of your life. So that's always important with changing technology to stay up to date with it. You can see here that we had some graduates in the past few years win be nominated for Academy, Grammy, and Game Awards. That's just something that we're always excited about since we are an entertainment school. And last but not least, if you are interested in Full Sail, there's a lot more to learn than I can tell you in just 6 minutes. So I highly encourage you to check out our website. I'm going to show you a QR code in just a few minutes where you can scan and talk to one of our admissions representatives. They'll be able to give you a lot more information. But basically, if you check out our website, fullsail.edu, you'll be able to see some base level things about our scholarships. We have a guide, we have a catalog with all of our different degree programs. You can learn more about tuition, scholarships, and things like that. And our application requirements are also on the website. Just know that we don't require the SAT or ACT, and we do not have a base GPA for all of our degree programs. So thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please go ahead and put those in the Q&A. If you'd like, you can go ahead and scan this QR code really quick. It'll put you in touch with our admissions team. And otherwise, you can email me directly at elmiller@fullsail.com. So thank you so much for your time. And Russ, thank you so much for hosting us tonight.
Of course, we'll leave that up for just a quick second, and I will say and reiterate what Emily just said about asking questions using the Q&A button. Ask of any of our representatives during this presentation. I will remind everyone now of the schedule of the order that we have here. We're in session B2. So up next will be the representative from George Mason University.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Jeff Fusco, and I'm the Southeast Regional Admissions Counselor for George Mason University. I live in Florida and work with all of our students from the states of Florida and Georgia. I'm here to share a little bit about my Mason story and our Mason story. I chose Mason as an out-of-state student, so I've been in your shoes before. For those of you who are considering our campus, I know what it's like to want to get out and go somewhere different, somewhere that's not home. And when I was looking for college experience, I was looking for a unique place. I wanted a place where I could get an experience that was different from everyone else from my high school graduating. And Mason is truly that. It's a unique place. So I'm here to see if our story can be a part of yours. So we were founded in 1972, originally a part of the University of Virginia, and then separately established as George Mason College. And in a short period of less than 50 years, Mason has grown to the largest public research university in the Commonwealth of Virginia, with just about 25,000 undergraduates calling Mason home. We have the youngest law school in the top 50, and we're proud to offer a 3+3 law program for undergraduate students, saving you time and money on your pathway to a bachelor's degree and a JD, a law degree. We have the second largest residential campus in the Commonwealth, with just about 7,000 students living on campus. And we are an incredibly diverse community. That was one of the things that really attracted me to Mason. I was from a small town in Massachusetts. Everyone looked the same. Everyone basically was either Irish or Italian. And so for me, wanting to go somewhere else where I was going to be surrounded by people with different ideas, different belief system, grew up in a different way for me. And I definitely got that at Mason. We have all 50 states and 139 different countries represented in our student body. And one of the major reasons why people will look at our campus is because of our location. We're located in beautiful Fairfax, Virginia, which is just 15 miles west of our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. The orange line that you can see on my screen is the orange line, the metro that will come out to Fairfax, and we have a shuttle on campus, and location impacts every part of the Mason experience. Whether it's our students taking advantage of the endless internship and research experiences that the Washington, D.C. area has to offer, whether it's just heading into the city for fun or taking advantage of the high caliber faculty that we're able to attract due to our location. Some of those include Mary Ellen O'Toole, who's one of the former lead profilers for the FBI. She heads up our forensic science department. She's worked on cases such as the Natalie Holloway case and the Zodiac killings, as well as a bunch of other notable. It's really cool to hear her speak and hear her experience with those very notable cases. Or Lori Robinson, who's a former U.S. Attorney General, Assistant Attorney General. Inside of the classroom, our students are incredibly diverse as well. We offer over 80 different undergraduate majors, many of those taking advantage of our location, whether that be our forensic psychology concentration, our economics program, our government and international politics degree, conflict analysis and resolution. You name it, we have a degree program for you at Mason with over 200 different minors and concentrations. You have ways to customize that degree program to make sure it's going to help you get to the goals of where you want to be someday. We also offer 55 accelerated master's programs, similar to that 3+3 law program I had mentioned. It's a way for you to get an accelerated pathway if you know that post-bachelor's degree is your course. You get to save time and money in the process. Experiential learning is huge for our students. As I mentioned, getting to take advantage of the internships in the Washington, D.C. region. We offer, about 80% of our students will take advantage of internship opportunities. Research is really popular. We are a tier 1 research institution. And even though we are the largest school in the Commonwealth, we've been able to maintain one of the lowest student to faculty ratios with 16:1. With our average class size being 25 to 35 students, 84% of our classes have 35 or less students in them. Here are some of the examples of where our students are interning, where they're getting jobs. Our students have a 90% success rate within 6 months of graduation, 90% within 6 months. And you can see that they're working across all industries, whether it's with our sports management degree, whether it's within our global affairs program, our business degree, computer science. We offer 8 different types of engineering as well. And so we really benefit from the fact that there are a lot of different industries that are thriving in the Washington, D.C. region. And so our students get to take advantage of that through their internship and employment opportunities. Most students are fielding multiple offers at the time that they graduate, which is one of the reasons why we are so successful with getting our students out into the workforce. A little bit about our application. We do believe in holistic review. And so we do not solely believe on your GPA, your test scores. We will take applications through the Common App or through our Mason specific application. We have a really fantastic honors program that I'm not going to have enough time to talk about today. So if you're interested in honors, let me know. These are our middle 50 score percentages. About 60% of our applicants for this year have chosen a score optional route. Score optional will not hurt you at George Mason. We do not consider it a massive factor in our decision-making process. Typically, the only majors it's really going to impact are our engineering students. And even then, our engineering college has agreed to go score optional for this cycle. Our early action deadline, I needed to update this, has been extended until November 15th. And so you have another 11 days to get your application in. If not, we are still taking students through regular decision. And we are also going to continue to consider all out-of-state students for merit scholarships through the regular decision deadline. Our merit scholarships range from $11,000 to $19,000 a year, which is the primary way that we help you to reduce the cost. So here's my contact information. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. And I hope you all have a great night and go Patriots.
Thank you very much. And once again, I will remind everyone just to use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters during this session. Up next, we will hear from the representative from Savannah State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandra Mason. I am one of the admissions recruiters here at Savannah State University, the University by the Sea. I am also a 2015 graduate of Savannah State. So we're going to jump right into things.
Since 1890, Savannah State University has prepared smart, bold students who make a difference and change their world. The results? They're making our waterways healthier, engineering better ways to work, telling the stories of our community, and creating better futures for the next generation. Seriously smart, seriously bold, seriously impressive. We are Savannah State University.
So let's talk about some facts about Savannah State. So we are the oldest public HBCU in the state of Georgia, and we are the oldest institution of higher learning in the city of Savannah. So a quick fun fact, we'll actually be turning 130 next month. So we are really proud of all the endeavors that we have been on through this journey of educating students to their next level of excellence. So we're a smaller university. Our population right now is a little over 3,400 students. So our number of student to faculty ratio is about 14-1. As far as campus life and student organizations, we do have over 75 different clubs and organizations for you to choose from, including the full Divine Nine. So this is just some of the top programs that we do have. So we do have organizations that are geared towards your academic professional development, mentorship, and then we have a ton of social organizations just for leisure, or if you have a craft that you want to hone in on, like dance teams, modeling troops. There is a great diversity here at Savannah State when it comes to student organizations that we do have here on campus. As far as academic programs, these are all the academic programs that we do have here at Savannah State in alphabetical order for you. So we do have over 30 different programs for you to choose from here at Savannah State. Some of our top programs are going to be biology, business, mass communications, forensic science, and criminal justice. Now, at any point that you kind of know the academic program that you are looking to go into, you can always use our online custom view book at customviewbook.savannahstate.edu to personalize your own custom view book about Savannah State. So we're not sending you a ton of information about a program that you don't want to know about. So if you know that you want to go into biology or visual and performing arts, you can go and create that custom view book in about 60 seconds just for you. As far as campus and residential life, we do have 2 different unit types of our freshmen to choose from, which is going to be our private and semi-private suites and our cluster style. As far as eateries here on campus, we do have 8 different eateries. We have our buffet style, which is our Big Calf, our Tiger Express, which is our on-campus diner, and then our student union is set up like a mall food court. So in there you have a fresh and smoothie, a Starbucks, a place that does subs, breakfast foods all day, Mexican food, and soul food. And then next year we'll be actually getting a Chick-fil-A on campus. As far as athletics, Savannah State is a NCAA Division II school. We are in the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. You can see the full list of sports that we do have for our men's and women's athletics team. You will note for us that we do have cheerleading is considered an athletic sport for us because our cheerleaders do compete nationally. We're actually, another fun fact, we're the only HBCU to have a national cheer sport championship. So we're always proud of all of our athletic teams and what they do here at Savannah State. If I have any student that is kind of looking to go into the armed forces after they go to college, Savannah State does have the ROTC program for Army, Naval, and Marine. We do ask that you utilize the contact information that I have provided because they do have different admissions requirements than the university as a whole to get in, and they do have scholarships attached to their program. So we want to make sure that you're getting all the admissions requirements and any supplemental things that you need to get to them in time so you can get all of your scholarship money. As far as admissions into Savannah State, we are currently looking at students 2 ways, and that's going to be with test scores and without test scores. If you're going to do the traditional freshman route with test scores, it is going to be a 2.0 unweighted GPA in your high school core curriculum. With the SAT, it's going to be a 480 evidence-based reading and writing, 440 math. ACT is going to be a 17 composite, 17 math, and either a 17 in the English or reading. If you are a graduating senior who has been affected by COVID, who is applying for the summer, fall, and spring 2021, we are currently test optional. So all you would need to apply and get accepted to Savannah State is a 2.5 unweighted GPA. I will say, as far as scholarships and financial aid, if you do have test scores, go ahead and submit those test scores to Savannah State. Let us utilize them because as far as for scholarships, we will need your test scores for you to qualify for all of our scholarships. Now, we do have some scholarships that you will not need test scores to qualify for, but if you are going to do anything inside of the STEM field, I would highly recommend that you submit your scholarship, your test scores to us for your scholarship application. Just some things to note about the scholarship process is that you cannot do the scholarship application until you have an accepted application in our system. Once you get accepted and you fill out the scholarship application, we will then send you a tentative award letter based off the criteria that you do apply with. That award letter does not become finalized until we have your final high school transcript. As far as applying to Savannah State, our application is always free online through GA Futures. I have provided the contact information for the Office of Admissions and myself. Please utilize the contact information that we have provided to it. Take a picture of it, screenshot it. That way you have this information to directly utilize. If you have any questions or concerns about programs or the application process or scholarships in general, please reach out to us. As far as just some next steps and things to just look out for, please follow us on social media. Following us on social media is going to be the best way for you to stay up to date with everything Savannah State related. We will be having our Open Campus Week coming up starting November 30th. You can find all that information on any of our social media platforms. And that is all for me.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank each of our presenters for sharing all of that information during this session. And I would like to ask each of them to come back on camera and turn on their microphones, as we have about 4.5 minutes left. So I want to do a quick Q&A, do a little round robin in the order that you presented, and get a little more information for our attendees, both live and the ones viewing this on demand a little bit later. And again, we'll go in the order that you presented. And the question I have is simply, what is your favorite campus and or school tradition? And we'll start with Columbus State University.
Thank you. So my favorite thing about our tradition that we have at Columbus State is definitely Cougar Kickoff. So it's something that I really enjoyed as a student when I was going to school here. We do it at the beginning of every fall semester. Huge events typically last the entire week, but the first day is always the best because there's a whole bunch of different things that are given out: free shirts, free food. You get to know a bunch of people. There's always tents out to give out information if you're, especially for freshman students. I remember one time we also had a bunch of this big truck that had a bunch of like TVs and video games on it, live DJs out there in our clock tower and a big field that we have as well. So it's just a great way for the entire campus to come out, especially for freshman students, to get to know upperclassmen and other student organizations that are out there volunteering. So Cougar Kickoff for me is my favorite event.
Sounds awesome. Florida A&M University.
Oh, without a doubt, that's an easy one, Russ. It's homecoming. I've been at 6 institutions, and I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a homecoming last for a whole week either, but all different. And the thing about it, all this off the chain, it's family friendly, all different ages, people, rattlers from all over the country, people selling all kinds of art, clothes, and food. Smell the food from a mile away when you're coming to work. But without a doubt, homecoming.
Sounds like a wonderful event.
It's
Florida
awesome.
Southern.
Yeah, so I think my favorite event or tradition on campus would be Senior Splash. So our campus is a nationally recognized historic landmark for our architecture, which was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. That includes a water dome. It's a big round pool of water that was designed by him and built a little after his, after he'd passed. But we, typically students aren't allowed to wade or swim in it because it's a historic structure. But during the last week of classes, the spring semester, we let the seniors have a pool party in the water dome. So it's just a fun kind of way to, break the rules and have a good time and say goodbye to Florida Southern.
Like a sponsored breaking of the rules. Next up, Full Sail University.
So usually my answer is our Hall of Fame homecoming, but I'm going to branch off this time. And my favorite thing to participate in throughout the year is our student showcases. As they're nearing the end of their programs, each of our students shows off their final portfolio projects. And my favorite one is our film program. We gather in our Big Center auditorium and we watch students' film projects. They always have popcorn going and some interactive activities. So that is a lot of fun and a great way to just see what our students have been working on.
Awesome. George Mason University.
I think my favorite has to be Mason Day, which is how we end the end of classes for the semester of the spring. So the end of the academic year, we turn one of our parking lots into a giant carnival. We host an outdoor concert. We give out free food from food trucks. And it's just a great way for the whole Mason community to come together and celebrate, a great academic year and stuff our face with funnel cake. So it's great.
Sounds yummy. And last but not least, Savannah State.
Yes, I'm gonna say next to homecoming for us, one of my favorite traditions is spring fling. It's just a week full of activities from them having different things on our yard, and they have the big carnival and the food trucks comes out. So it's a lot of live bands and different things. So I do love spring fling, and we never know what spring fling is going to bring to Savannah State.
That's awesome. Well, thanks to each of you for sharing your favorite campus and school traditions, and also sharing information in 6-minute increments for each of your schools. And I want to thank all of our attendees for joining us for this session. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional ones at the same place you signed up for this session. There's another session tonight and then more tomorrow evening. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings. Once again, same website that you signed up for this session. Once again, I want to take the time to thank each of our presenters from our 6 institutions, and I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. Take care.